Hello there everyone and welcome back to Shogun 2. It's time to put our action into plan and attack the Tokugawas. Let's go ahead first by bombarding the port, destroying that. And so now it's safe for the armies to land, and we're gonna land one to the south of the town and one to the north. And there we have that. Most of this side is probably not going to be, or at least for this episode, is not going to be... I mean, there's not going to be that much conflict on this side, I don't think, to start off with. We have a few sieges, but I want to try to avoid them and mostly just do field battles, because I've already done so many sieges and they mostly end up the same, in which you sort of bombard it to shit and then move in with the forces. It's not that interesting. Also, it takes quite a while to actually do sieges compared with land battles, so I won't be able to get as much... Oh, we didn't actually disembark the agent. Am I gonna have to use up another turn just to get him off? Unnecessary. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn and see what kind of battle we will run into. So I'll try to clear off this area, and then hopefully we'll get a battle somewhere on our way to Tokyo. So without further ado, let's go ahead and end turn, shall we? And here we are after the end turn. I've managed to then sandwich this area, and not only that, I've bombarded it with as much naval bombardment as I could possibly muster, and we've got two armies now sandwiching the port area, giving us a very easy out-resolve victory with minimal casualties. I expect only about 400 men, and we took town. Very nicely done. Looks like we could have... I mean, if I attack this one, we'll drag out the other army, and so we'll have a field battle on our hands. We'll see if we can get both generals to take part in this. We'll put the mortar inside town and we'll start building it to our specification. We'll tear that down. The artillery field, I'll tear that down as well. We can still have this one and the dry docks, of course. And then it's for Tuberville to attack this army, and unfortunately they retreated. I guess we'll lay this under siege to start off with, but we're not gonna actually attack right now. We're gonna wait until the reinforcement army turns up, or these guys are able to come in, and we have a quick auto-assault there, and then once that's done we can continue down towards Tokyo. Hopefully the enemy is stupid enough to leave the bridges unguarded. There's two bridges on the way, which could pose difficulty if they actually decide to post troops there, but I don't think the AI is clever enough. And with that, let's go ahead and end turn once more. And here we are after the next end turn, and I've been able to move up Gardner to support Tuberville, and so this should be a quite easy auto-resolve, and it is. We lost 500 men, so far this campaign has claimed about 1,000 British soldiers, and the general just increased in rank. Very nice. We're gonna push that towards, well, we've got accuracy there, and then if we go down through here, the thing is, I've been thinking about this one. Reloading skill is obviously good, but if I increase the ammunition 50% for all units, that's a lot, and especially since we run out of the Gatling gun ammunition pretty rapidly. So I think I'm gonna go with this one this time around instead. Normally I go for the speed one. And with this province taken, we got the Northern Alliance coming in there. Thing is, with the Navy, I cannot really support anything, I mean, below this, well, anything beyond the city here, really. So I think possibly the Northern Alliance is going to declare war on us. So we'll go ahead and scout up there. There's one army stuck halfway in between us. I'm just gonna send the Navy there to, in case he wants to move forward, we'll just bombard that army to shit before it even gets close to us. We'll use this guy as kind of a spy. Let's go ahead and check out what we have here. So we got one full stack coming down over there. We've got 2.5 there, we've got another one there and 2 halves, so kind of ish, let's say 4-ish full stacks, 4.5 full stacks. So what I think we'll do is we'll place Gardner on the back side of this, and then we'll wait for them to come closer and gather up all the forces. So rather than, obviously, defeating the enemy in detail would probably be better, but it won't be that spectacular for a video to smash up all these parts individually. So let's see if they can gather up everything outside of Mito, and once that's done, I'll just defeat them in one great battle, and after that we'll be able to continue on our advance. We're gonna go ahead and burn down some buildings here as well. Only one there actually was needed to be burnt down. We're gonna build a police station, and I'm gonna build a military camp, and then we're gonna upgrade the castle as well. Partly to be able to withstand bombardment from the sea, but also of course to protect it from attacks from the land. So there we've got the current situation. Let's go ahead and then turn and see what the enemy is up to. Once again, back after end turn, looking at the situation now, the enemy did not go ahead and attack. Instead, what they did was I don't even really know what has changed. They moved some armies around, more or less, but they didn't really gain any ground or anything substantial against us, so we're gonna have to continue forwards and just attack them one by one. So let's see how quick we can do this. Okay, so this guy actually retreats. I don't want to be dragged off into warfare all over the place, so let's go ahead and continue south. What I'm doing right now is I'm recruiting sepoys, which, I mean, in this province, because it has that copper smelting plant, that means that the troops there's 15% minus cost on modern troops, which means that a troop like, say, a normal line infantryman is 70 mon, and then 65 for a sepoy. We've got 140 for the British Guard, so we can get really cheap and discounted troops from here, so we'll be able to just spam out troops. And I can get pretty good cavalry from down here. So if in case we need reinforcements, we're gonna be able to get quite a few of them from these areas. Right, let's continue attacking here, and the enemy is just retreating away from us, but at least I've forced these guys to be kind of close to each other. So hopefully they will be enough to actually warrant a battle, otherwise we'll just continue pushing them until we probably hit the town where we run into another full stack. Anyways, yeah, the Northern Alliance hasn't declared war on us yet, but I believe they are allied with the Tokugawas. Or if they're... I'm not entirely sure how it works. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn once more and see if we can actually draw the enemy into a battle. And once more, back after the end turn. As we can see, they're really reluctant to actually go into battle with me. So what my actual plan is now is to take Gardner, continue marching him down, and then I think fighting a single general, the enemy will probably actually stand and fight us. So Gardner will continue further to the south here. Titty-pom, doesn't look like there's gonna be much difficulty marching down here. So just continuing down here, he will clear the road. And while that takes place, I think Turbo will actually be able to draw the enemy into battle here, and hopefully will fight all three of them. Probably best choice to attack the general. We're gonna get this sergeant in to help out. And yes, come on, give me a battle. Yes! And it's against all three of them, so we got about 8,000 enemies of the Tokugawa force. We've got some interesting units: Shogunate Marines, Shogunate Dragoons, Sharpshooters. They actually have a cannon, but they can't bring it with them. And so yeah, this hopefully will be quite the nice battle, and can dispel the enemy from this area and secure it, and continue down towards Tokyo. But without further ado, let's go ahead and play this battle, shall we? And so here we are on the field of battle. My army is posted in between these two hills, and we've got the line infantry drawn out here with Scotsmen as reinforcements, as I expect the enemy is probably going to turn up, I don't know where, as there are three armies attacking me. So they're gonna come from all over the place, so better make sure that we can cover our flanks. On this side, for this hill, I have placed the Gatling gun, which hopefully will take a pretty good overview post somewhere around here, where it'll have coverage of the entire valley down below. But with that said, let's go ahead and start. Did I? Yes, these guys are firing. One thing that is important that you don't want to forget is to put your men on toggle guard mode. Our advantage is in our firepower, not in our melee abilities. So we want to make sure that the men hold the firing line and keep firing even when the enemy has closed the distance and has started melee fighting. Let's see. Ah, we already... shit. Form square immediately. Not entirely sure if that order went in properly. Let's station you guys in this forest, and then get you guys over here. We've got the cavalry, so I want to send out the cavalry just to catch some of the enemy cavalry before they get too close. And then this part of the army is gonna have to... we'll put one as reserve, and then of course I want to protect my artillery, so one unit's gonna have to hold here. Okay, turn back and attack the enemy from the back. And hopefully this will work out. And before I forget, let's go ahead and open up with that one. Seemingly the main army coming down from over there is going to take quite a while, so we're going to focus in on fighting the reinforcement army. Both these two units have lost about 100 men. So clearly it's not going that great on this side, and my cavalry is also getting shredded by the enemy cavalry. They have very strong cavalry right now with the samurai hero and those Nagamaki cavalry, which is a very late tier enemy cavalry unit. Okay, so before these two infantry units get absolutely smashed, we need to retreat them. 68 man unit will stand guard in the square next to the cannons, while the 110 Scotsmen will still take part in the fighting. We've got Bakumatsu cavalry attacking. Sounds dangerous. Let's send in the general to help out. Oh, the enemy is coming close and there's lots of them. And because of the angle right here, I cannot really support my units with the artillery fire right now. And at the same time, the enemy is already too close for me to tell my men to pull back. We do have the shit, what's breaking up here? An infantry unit. Send the general to help out, and looks like that side is gonna break apart, so let's cover that with that infantry unit, and you will form into square. Let's get you out on the flank and firing down upon the enemy, and take a look at what's going on right here. Not entirely sure why my men weren't firing. There's plenty of opportunity there to fire. This unit's not gonna fare very well. Is my general supporting? Is he able to fire? We're gonna have to pull back this infantry unit. The Nagamaki cavalry seems to be about ready to break, but so seems most of our lines here, as they're engaged in melee fighting. This side is slowly, piece by piece, falling apart. I'll have to inspire this one to make sure it holds. Keep up the fire, lads. How's it going up on the hill? The Gatling gun is pushing down fire upon the enemy. And my line infantry units. If this side doesn't hold, then we're not gonna have a chance of winning this. This is barely going to hold, as we got 68 men holding the center at this point, together with the general. This little unit will take place in between right there. Right, the enemy is coming way close here. You know what, I'm gonna take charge of the Gatling gun, make sure that it just splatters through everything. Let's make sure that the Gatling gun holds his position even if the enemy gets close enough to melee a few of them. Come on, get that going. Punish them. I want you to turn it against these guys. The recruit unit that's marching up here. Turn the gun, goddammit! Guess we're just gonna have to fire on... God damn it. Okay, we're gonna have to pull these guys back. Don't want to lose them. Ah, crap. More of these bloody cavalry units. But we're holding so far on this side. We're holding the center, and through everything, this side is still also holding. But this is gonna be... This is a bloody battle, to say the least. At this point. It's gonna be difficult to hold anything. Oh, shit. No! Don't go for my Gatling gun.
Sir, I fear your general is in mortal peril, sir.
Run away. Run from the battle. Come on, keep up the fire here, lads. Punish the enemy. Let my Gatling... God damn it, let my Gatling crew go, you piece of shit. No! God damn it, I think we just lost the Gatling gun. And we're about to lose this side as well. Okay, full retreat. Full retreat down towards the artillery. How many Gatling gun men? 2 men. That's not gonna. That means the unit is basically destroyed, and we're not gonna be able to. And there's no way to reinforce such a unit at this far away. Jesus Christ. I was looking for a challenge, but this is definitely gonna be a challenge. Okay, we'll have to drop everything. And then I want everyone to just draw out into a long line as possible. We'll prepare to defend this area from the enemy, which has now taken the hill. This side, I mean, they have done a Herculean task in holding this position. And I'm gonna request this one to join this side quickly. Come on, lads. We can hold this. I want the artillery now to bombard that hill, blow them off that hill. Yes, come on. Blow the bastards away. So the hill is, I'm pretty sure I won that side. So it's about winning this side now, where the enemy's got the high ground. It's good that I sent these guys in, because otherwise... Ooh, did you see that? He just threw it like a spear right into his neck. Hold your ground, gentlemen. We need more support. Are we victorious there? Yes. Then we need to hurry to come into the aid of the flank on that side. The general, I guess the enemy is shot at him. This is down to just about half of his bodyguard. And a lot of these lines are down to just a handful of men at this point. The general, it's going to be a bit risky here, but I'm going to send him into the flank. I want these two to bombard that one. Bombard that one. These guys, they're down to 14 men. Fall back. Oh, they're turning to actually face the general. Pull him back. We don't want to lose him. However, what I want to do is move these guys in, so that we can fire uphill. Keep it up, guys. We've got this. Fire straight ahead. You know what? I can take control of this. And oh, that's gonna have to aim a bit higher. Oh, the enemy's coming real close here. Boom! I think I blew away some of my own there. Bit higher. Oh. Give me another shot and I'll be sure to blow my own cannons away. I think we broke them. Shit. That actually headshotted one of the enemy. And we won! But shit, this was barely what I would call a victory. This will be a costly victory. But we have, I mean, he can replenish with cheap troops, but it's gonna be hard to replenish the Gatling gun. Luckily the other army, Gardner's got a Gatling gun as well, and he is the one that's continuing onward. But Jesus Christ, look at the troops here. So someone, I remember quite a while ago, someone complaining about there wasn't really a challenge for me. This battle was definitely a challenge. So yeah, let's go ahead and end the battle, go back to campaign map and see where we're at, shall we? It was actually a heroic victory. Looking at this, I'm really surprised that the Gatling gun wasn't actually lost. And I'm very lucky that it wasn't lost, but Jesus Christ, both armies really dug in and wouldn't give up. Look at the numbers. So the enemy lost everyone but 1,700 men, and that's an unusually high casualty rate for the enemy. Normally I take out maybe 2/3 of them and the rest just rout. But in this battle, I mean, most of the enemy actually held and fought on and fought us really hard. But I'm really excited the fact that the Gatling gun managed to survive somehow. But look at the troop numbers here. Let's see, who did the most kills? 800 for British line infantry. Where does the Gatling gun end up? It killed 400 men, so it wasn't a complete waste, even though it didn't perform nearly as well as I maybe had hoped. So this is actually a very heroic battle. We're gonna have to pull back to town, and I'm gonna send the sepoys down to the port. Alright, am I currently recruiting anything? No. Look at the guy, he's barely holding on to that flag. So what did we lose? We lost 1 Scottish unit, because I believe we had 4. And 1 British colonial infantry, because I believe we had 4. Or maybe, you know what, we had 4 of these, 3 of these, and then I think we lost line infantry. 2 cavalry units were lost, so then those need to be replaced. And we can replace them with something a bit more spectacular than British colonial lances. Say British Guard Dragoons, or, you know what? The Queen's Lancers, 2 Queen's Lancers, and then a few other units. The enemy were really broken down now. Let's see, can I bombard them if I move really close to the coast here? Yes! It's barely, but boom! Making sure that the most substantial of their force. So, oh, I should have actually counted roughly how many men that took, but it looked like it took at least maybe 500. So that leaves only about 1,000 men of the enemy scattered about. Can I bombard more? No. It's taken a spot. We've got 2 full stacks, so the siege following this is going to be hellish. But this army will continue on its way, and hopefully will reach Tokyo by the start of the next video, or not the start of the next video, but in the next video. So that will be the last one. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this battle, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!